Hello everyone, this is East Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. Here we are at the end of the season here, and we did perfectly fine. Not the greatest we could have done, definitely some mistakes here and there, but overall, because we had Ashera as our bonus offense mythic, and Oder as our bonus defense mythic, we had an alright time on both ends of the spectrum. So similar to last season, we had a replay where it just says unable to replay. Presumably they just left the match after getting matched up with us. Not entirely sure why that happens, if people just do it intentionally or if there's a glitch still. Pretty sure it's not a glitch, but here this person's using their Elamine to prevent the field buffs from Faith in Humanity, but also of course Quick and Pulse here. But they don't deny Legendary Lona's Gifted Magic and Duma's Upheaval Plus, so you get that. Now they're just gonna hit end turn, but we all know Harmonized Roy has effective damage against dragons, and he kind of double Harmonized, or Legendary, I should say, and not gonna be able to proc or special either
for our loved ones.
Counter, so he's just gonna absolutely obliterate her with Luna. It's not even close. Now our AI memes continue. Defense res. Pretty sure it's never come in handy. It's like even here, Atria up against Duma. I presumably would guess they would attack because they survive here. It's gonna hurt. Wow. Defense res snag, not good enough. Please buff. Make it -7 kappa. Jokes aside, I probably would have to do the calc to see if that one extra debuff and res would actually matter. But here Altina stands no chance against Luna, because as long as she's above 25%, she's steady 4 days, gives that party bearing, so no advantage. As an option at all for Altina. Once again, we get the meme defense res. It's totally useful during this season, but that's the end.
How thoughtless.
Here we are running past some legendary figured for the novelty. I don't think it actually does anything. I legit think it's much better to just go ahead and run Crusader's Ward, because a lot of times when you're up against things like this, you're going to want to nuke units with range. You pretty much only nuke with melee if you're going all in, or if you're doing Kanto shenanigans with melee. Like with Regan, for example. On offense, we did so much hit and run with Regan. It's just too good of a strategy to not use for us. We had pretty comfortable time most of the time on offense, although we had a couple of goofs and attacked the unit. It doesn't help that we were even more brain dead the entire week than we normally are, but what are you gonna do about it? That's just how it goes sometimes. And here they attack into legendary Logan. Actually, kill. I feel like I would have been in border issue. Pretty sure they could pick up the kill on Lona as long as they left one of their allies in range for the Sheriff or the weapon to actually proc for the extra attack. But what's done is done. Harmonized Roy ready to run away like usual. Well, Shera's not running Vantage, so it's not going to be safe here.
My end?
Another kill for Lona, and in fact we can get Olivia a kill because they take
What a
that
pain.
And despite her debuffing Olivia's attack at 14, suggests the triangle still exists. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised nowadays at how few offense matches are actually interesting anymore, because it really is just a single daily damage kill, and then pretty much go. There's a lot of, I don't know how people engineer their defenses, but This person plays it very smart, utilizing the choke point that we intentionally created that people can use. Because the only ranged unit here is actually Wilna. I decided to chuck her on this team just because can always do some chip damage, which can be useful. And that's about it. I don't usually expect her to kill tanks because the problem with gifted magic is the scaling of 0.8x
Here I go.
versus like a blazing AoE special that has 1.5x. So, for example, if Legendary Luna has a 50 point difference at the start of combat between her attack and the opponent's res, Gifted Magic is going to do 40 damage, maybe less if the opponent has base damage reduction or some sort of damage reduction to reduce daily damage. But with Blazing, she would be doing 75, which is considerably much better, especially with HP inflation in this game. In this game mode, I should say. Definitely has a point, but this person just has a unit who can deal with shenanigans here. No one on our team hits that hard, and we don't have Fatal Smoke or anything. We just have a bunch of units slapped together on the team. That's clearly not going to be. And it's clear that this person at least has an idea of how to execute structure placement, which surprisingly not many people take into account. There's always mentioned this multiple times before across the hundreds of replay videos, but structure placement is incredibly important. Always pros and cons. Each either placing a ton of structures to block the enemy from, for example, advancing in turn 1 as easily, or placing minimal structures so that with their cav line, we can be constantly pressuring.
I'm right behind you.
Turn 1, unless the enemy doesn't want to have structures itself. I am considering opening up column 3
Just like father.
and or column 4 versus 2 and 5, for reasons I'll discuss in the next replay here. So I actually just completely blanked out. I'm completely brain dead right now, so I forgot what I was just about to talk about. This is actually someone I know. Totally a whale kappa. Not actually, maybe. But I was actually talking to him in Discord because I got a screenshot of my defense. I was like, yep, that's me, enjoy the free win. Then I was about to type, you should be careful about going in turn 1 because Duma's upheaval plus is actually going to snipe down the safety fence, which is honestly something people can forget a lot, especially since Duma is not used as much. We use Duma, of course, because he's plus 10. So why wouldn't Merge Blonking for the win? And so here, of course, with the safety fence broken, Oder can just walk in to get a share. Kind of awkward. And we were also joking about how I should have done daily damage calcs because let's just say a particular unit was one attack off from picking up the kill.
Withdraw your blade.
Figured here.
Just my luck.
Might have been Winter Altina. Leave it as an exercise for the viewers, but a bit unfortunate. They even use the duo skill here, but that's still not enough because Altina doesn't even proc special here, so it's actually unable to kill.
Just like Bosnia.
Rip. And so they just have to use legendary or use Regan here to
I will
chip
see
down.
it done.
Legendary figured.
Not good enough.
But yeah, ripperonis. What was I talking about?
Oh,
I was talking about
fun.
structure placement. Oh right, I was talking about opening up columns 3 and 4 because there's the recently released Jotunheimer defense map, which people are absolutely spamming out because, well, it has 2 unbreakable walls on the 2 corners of the map. Of course, you're going to go for that It's basically almost, it's similar to pre-Spring Breeze nerf for anyone who's been playing Ether Raids. So there's that. So it's really
I shall bestow a gift.
pretty useful now that Jotunheimer map is a thing to be able to smite up a unit using the slot, offensive structure slot in either column 3 or 4, depending on which side the opponent is biased to. So there's that. But unfortunately, Duma is going to need the final kill, and he's going to get a good amount of damage. Duma remakes that with something at least for his damage. It's still not enough. Feels bad. Damage reduction too good. And here we are with another presumably hit and run splat. They don't snipe down Duma turn 1, their safety defense is going, so let's see if they go for it. Kind of why we stall for structures, but people can probably still snipe down Duma turn 1. Doesn't look like they're going for it though. So they're going to lose both their bolt tower and safety fence. Not that it matters. All the units outside of range. Interesting. They're going after Legendary Lona.
Prepare yourself.
A lot of people seem to go after Legendary Lona. I guess they're just afraid of Legendary Lona chasing down Bailey and their weak units because she can kill a lot of weak units. That's for sure. That's at least one thing that she has still floating around. That with that AoE special, basically nullify a lot of offensive units, or generic units, one-shot bolt, I like to call it. Because in this day and age where BST is going up, of course tanks get more tankier relative to offensive units generally, because the tanks get an increase to their HP, defense, and res. Whereas, I guess speed is relevant on occasion, but for offense units, it's mostly just attack and speed. So, from a mathematical standpoint, BST rises defensive units get strong steel faster than offensive units. It's a very general rule of thumb, I pick up the brain. But at the end of the day, here we're just going to get our immune defense. Of course, Legendary Figure goes first there, we get another kill, but doesn't matter. We got one.
You're a wonder.
Happy to get one kill.
This is it. Yes. Oh, what she said. This is it.
So,
yes. Oh, what she said.
There's always that running problem with the DST scaling. And the other thing is that,
go for it.
what was I trying to get at? Man, being super brain dead
yourself.
more than you is definitely not helping. Kind of think about it for the next replay. Yeah, I'm genuinely kind of just brain dead about this. Here, you know, Brightfield, I'm actually, once again, can't isolate Olivia. Can't even do her job, Kappa. But at least she gets to isolate Mirablis, because it's not like Mirablis is ever going to compete in HP seriously. She's a mythic, which is a non-mythic.
Think of the plan.
Meta. That's great and all.
Let's talk about our feelings.
But that one-shot bolt, yeah, that's what I was talking about. So the nice thing about the one-shot bolt is that it's becoming increasingly harder for units to attack twice without getting the guaranteed follow-up attack.
You shouldn't get in my way.
Because, of course, if they're fighting in the speed war with other super fast speedsters, it's, non-trivial to double. The guaranteed follow-up, as long as the enemy doesn't have no follow-up, is a huge advantage for getting that double for sure. So, Legendary Lona being able to shred through that one-shot bulk, because her main attack generally isn't going to one-shot a lot of units, especially Ether Raids with HP inflation. Maybe like Regan. Regan overall res bulk's pretty yardo. Can confirm that in your every offense match pretty much. Since we've gone 3. Yeah, not great. it definitely helps out a lot, for sure.
Be careful.
Here they have deal problem with Deadeye.
A token of our thanks.
Legendary Sigurd. And again, I wasn't paying attention. I don't think Crusader's Ward would have mattered there. It might have. 26.
Let's talk about
Actually,
our
I think
feelings.
it would have mattered. I think we'll go back to using Crusader's Ward, because honestly, past does not hold anyone because it's hard defensive.
Let's talk about our
That Legendary
feelings.
Figure doesn't typically get the charge into the enemy unless the enemy buttons get Figure to charge in for us. Riley using it as a mercy, and now they can cruise to victory at this point. Of course, Mirror Bliss is going after food, so it doesn't really matter. Be able to tree to easily take out Mirror Bliss.
Let's try this.
And there we go. Another straightforward wipe besides losing a sheriff. Here we see a strategy that I believe could honestly be used a lot more on, especially in Astro season contents. That is some sort of guild war strategy. General, the problem, of course, is gathering the correct units and resources. For consistency, very much want to use Winter Bernadetta, but there are drawbacks of using Winter Bernadetta as well. So there are lots of things to consider with building a Gale Force team. But since most people actually run 5 teams, I feel like it doesn't hurt for a lot of people to run one of their slots as Gale Force, especially as someone who literally just runs one team. If I can win most of my offense matches relatively cleanly with one team that's kind of in, imagine what people can respond are all pretty solid. They don't have to be in the whale tier insane at everything. You definitely can have a way better win rate than I do, using more than one team. And here, doing well. We got a damage reduction, but do you think it really matters here? No. Like, for example, even if that's
Just
over,
like Fafnir.
because typically a common thing to do for in these kind of Gale Force teams to run Desperation, which is for guaranteed follow-up attack. As long as she doesn't she can get the 2 shots for Gale Force off. But unfortunately, I don't think this player ran all the daily damage calcs and everything through, because we're not in a situation where we can actually win Deathless here, as far as I'm concerned. Unless, for example, Mirror Bliss can't kill Plumeria, which is actually a true statement, by the way, because Flyers still does but even with the... Actually, hold on a second. 48, 46. Yeah. What's that? -4 Diva. Where's that even coming from? I don't even know. I'm done. It's probably... I actually have no idea. Not worried about it. I think the problem is Legendary Sigurd. Because I'm pretty certain Thor can survive. Although Olivia can get taken out by Alphon. Well, really not survive. I guess maybe she can't survive the counter, but she has no damage reduction, so it's probably that. But yeah, I like a lot of strategies, other strategies that I don't use, because theoretically the peak usage of most strats in Ether Race is doing daily damage. And anyone who's been on this watching this channel long enough knows how much we like our daily damage.
Corin's the coolest. Divine
I should
punishment.
have my wow. Gulping. Feels bad, man. We're okay, but yeah, there's just something about doing daily damage calculations, being able to know outcomes of things, and especially as we, over years of doing this, we've gotten so much better at being precise.
A gift
and
for you.
accurate to the decimal point, which is pretty insane. Of course, it definitely is not
On your
what
guard.
the average player is doing.
Not very
That's for
thoughtful.
sure. Fortunately here, we promised running advantage, so they can't one-shot Legendary Sigurd. Which definitely can be a problem for them there, but they do have access to dual skills and whatnot.
Divine
Still have dual
punishment.
pouring around. Sigurd here doesn't have Crusader's Ward, so again, easy kill there.
Corin's the
He's
coolest.
definitely much harder to kill when he has the
Divine
win
punishment.
season, boost HP and whatnot, has that 40% damage reduction when Howitzer comes active,
Tear 'em to
and
shreds.
the
Ah,
80% damage reduction on consecutive ranged hits.
Your life is
Crusader's Ward
forfeit.
is super nice, but when he has low HP, it tends to matter less, but it still matters. For example,
Corin's the
no
coolest.
matchup, even when it's not when people are running max one, it's entirely possible for him to miss the kill, even if he's not running low attack defense or something of that nature. Any low attack is misery for me now. But at the end of the day, they're just going to be able to grab the eastern structures here, albeit they drop the unit here. Lots of one unit losses this season so far. Pretty interesting.
Fool.
Here they're going to attack Olivia. Not quite enough for the kill. Sure, always kind of has that problem. Looks like they just surrendered because, again, losing that one unit. And I mean, it's not a surprise. Unfortunately, here the Flyer's School is in the way of Dumas sniping down their escape safety. Plus 8 Regan. I think at some point I do want to max out Regan as one of my Astromyths. Unless Canto
Step
Control
aside.
becomes too meta. And it's literally everywhere. I feel like Regan's good enough because for speed,
Tear 'em to
fine, but
shreds.
it's not fast enough to consistently double units. With the HP inflation defense, damage reduction on enemies, we definitely can struggle to pick up those kills in one shot, even with Senior Shell. So they're just gonna go
Neo.
after Dance I would presume, and then pretty much just free to go.
Corin's the coolest.
Because Legendary Series can't reach, and he's going to use the rally right here.
Your life is forfeit.
After one Legendary Legendary Sigurd here, Armor Boy. Two is still there now. They can keep him very simple. Well played. Good use of their safety fence. Nothing to complain there. This is what the average person, even the most basic shenanigans, running safety fence. As long as your safety fence doesn't get sniped down. If it gets sniped down, you have to worry about that. Yeah,
Corin's the coolest.
As often, especially if I'm plus. I'm surprised how many Dumas I
Your
ran into this
time is
season
up.
with nothing from the Dumas. You know what? People plus nothing. So, kind of surprised by that, but let's see. Looks like they're gonna go after these structures. Maybe they're going for the Braceball Structures Flex. Let's see. Again, no Crusaders War.
Tear 'em to shreds. Ah,
Otherwise, I'm pretty sure this is a miskill by a large
divine
margin.
punishment.
But of course, it wouldn't matter because they have more units to attack with anyways. They have Dance as well, so no matter. And here we have what I haven't seen for so long. The classic meme. Brave Hector. As far say, Brave Hector is near save. And yes, I personally think this strategy probably wins this opponent way too many of their matches, but I hope they are at least good enough to understand when it's not a given. Brave Hector. There are some errors with Hector and damage reduction so much if he's taking way too much base damage. There's no Elamine on this team. Doesn't get any boost.
Huh?
But Of course, Legendary is the only way that you're going to murder Parsley, Brave Vector. An insane amount of HP. Hardy Fighter Aegis with gifted magic after normal attack. Here, of course, Cave is going to reduce damage by 10. This is great for them, not so great for us, but their near save Brave Vector is on the lower side, but they still have that damage reduction. Which is incredibly strong. And they're even gonna take out Harmonize Roy here. Make sure that he doesn't obliterate Brave Vector, because he certainly could with enough force. And here,
On your guard.
He's red. He's attacking into tanky blue unit. Not gonna happen. Nice ting there. But what he does enable is the great meme of Holy Knight Hara. And that allows Duma to move 2 spaces. And now Brave Hector does not have his Pavis up. Because he was unable to double his HP, got too low. No. That is a rip. That's kind of the kind of thing where doing your daily damage calcs would let you see that stuff. But again, that's the top end optimization of pretty much every strategy. Every daily damage calcs is too good. But again, it kind of goes back to when we first made our meme anima defense of all melee units. We just don't care about the far save. It's so much harder to deal with far save units, not gonna lie. At least with, but then of course the problem with near save units is you actually have to go in melee with your defense, which is insanely difficult. It's not easy. Basically the opponent has to let you do it. And here unfortunately we are a bit shy of top 1k. If we didn't goof a single unit in those 2 offense matches, then we would be over 21,200, but I think we held up better on defense than we really should have. I feel like minus 60 would have been more reasonable, maybe minus 70, 30, 30, 10, but that's how it went this season. Not gonna complain, don't really care for top 1k. We gotta go for the ultimate flex top 50 someday. Back to the glory days, Kappa. I don't think we were ever in top 50 by the end of the season. That's something left for us to do. All we need is a darn good defense season and an absolutely insane offense season. Also here, I have no idea what the cutoff is to stay, but I'm pretty sure if we wanted to stay, we could, because I can just build up Lucas, abuse blessings, and we can get even 766s if we want to. So I don't feel like it would be a problem to stay. I'm kind of curious what the cutoff is. I imagine it's probably somewhere around 3,880 again, maybe a little lower. But the reason why we're not attempting to stay is because of next season, we got nothing. We got nothing. I think it's on the announcements board here. Maintenance is happening today as well. Got to keep that in mind. But yeah. Our best scoring bonus here would be probably a max invested Leo or maybe a Lincia. Or if we like farm it. Worse than the max. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. So yeah, we got to save out on some feathers, which is nice. Because we have been burning a lot of feathers. We definitely do have feathers stored up in hero merit, but kind of one of those things where you just pretend like it doesn't exist, and then when you desperately need them, you have them. So anyways, we'll be back when the results drop in. Well, we're next to a pretty loud fan. Don't know if it's going to pick up, but I don't know if we were going to make top 1k if we didn't goof on offense. Not the end of the world again, though. Still solid. Have both bonus units, so we'll be scoring okay. It'll, of course, only being plus 8. We'll still be scoring plus 218, though, so all we have to do is not lose forehead. How hard could it be? Don't know if we're gonna chuck Sophis on defense. Probably worth it. just for the extra lift loss because our defense is going to be mean regardless. We did get a second knot, but I don't think for our current defense it's that worth it unless we do a knot train to catch more folks, which I'm gonna be real, it's probably not happening. It's not gonna go particularly well. But I don't know, we'll just do something. It is earth and fire, so we could do something funny. Don't know if we want to go after ranged units. That's definitely something to think about for sure. But other than that, update should be coming out super late today, close to reset, if not past reset. So we'll see what happens there. But until next time, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.